The League Cup was the last trophy that Tottenham lifted back in 2008. Tottenham are now 2 wins away from the final and 3 from lifting a trophy for the first time in nearly 13 years. Stoke City are without 4 recognised goalkeepers, and Jose Mourinho has said that this competition is a difficult one to win. This is the match preview: Stoke City v Tottenham Hotspur. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So this is the match preview video, Stoke City v Tottenham Hotspur. In this video, I'll be going through the team's form, the team news, the match facts and stats, the Carabao Cup details, my predicted lineup and my score prediction. But can you believe that ridiculous stat? Nearly 13 years since Tottenham last lifted a trophy. The last trophy, of course, was the League Cup back in 2008 when we beat Chelsea 2-1 after extra time. Jonathan Woodgate with that glorious header. At the moment, Tottenham are sitting in 6th place in the Premier League. We have played 14 Premier League games. We have won 7, drawn 4 and lost 3, and we have 25 points. Stoke City at the moment are sitting 7th in the Championship, just outside the playoff places. They have played 20 league games. They have won 9, drawn 6, lost 5, and have 33 points. So both teams are in the quarter-finals, Stoke City v Tottenham on Wednesday night. Now, Tottenham have only played 1 game to reach the quarter-finals so far in the competition, whereas Stoke have played 4. Tottenham have only played a game against Chelsea, which was in the 4th round. We drew 1-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then we beat our rivals 5-4 on penalties. We were due to play Leyton Orient in the 3rd round, but the game got postponed and then cancelled because Leyton Orient had an outbreak of coronavirus. Now, Stoke City, however, have played 4 games, as I said. They played Blackpool in the 1st round back in August. They drew 0-0 at home and then beat them 5-4 on penalties. In the 2nd round, they played Premier League side Wolverhampton Wanderers in September. They beat Wolves 1-0 at Molineux. And then in the 3rd round, they beat Gillingham 1-0 at home. And then in the 4th round, they beat Premier League side Aston Villa 1-0 at Villa Park. So there is a theme here. They have played 4 games. They haven't conceded a goal in the Carabao Cup so far this season, and their last 3 games have been 1-0 wins. Let's get into a few of the match facts and stats going into this game. Now, head-to-head, the teams have met a total of 94 times in their history. Tottenham winning 48 of them, Stoke City winning 26 of them, and 20 of those games finishing as a draw. The sides have only ever met once in the League Cup, and that was back in September 2011 when Stoke City beat Spurs 7-6 on penalties after a 0-0 draw. Spurs have beat Stoke in the last 5 meetings, which were all in the Premier League. 4-0 away in April 2016, 4-0 away in September 2016, 4-0 at home in February 2017, 5-1 at home in December 2017, and 2-1 away back in April 2018. The last time that Stoke beat Spurs was back in the 2014-2015 season when they actually beat us home and away, beating us 2-1 at White Hart Lane back in November 2014 and 3-0 in Stoke in May 2015. The 4 quarter-final ties for this year's Carabao Cup are as follows. 2 will take place on Tuesday evening, Brentford v Newcastle and Arsenal against Manchester City. And then Wednesday night's ties, Stoke City v Spurs and Everton v Manchester United. At the time of making this video, there has already been a result. Brentford have beaten Newcastle 1-0. Just a few Carabao Cup details here. If the game is level after 90 minutes, Carabao Cup ties to the semi-final go straight to penalties. Only for the semi-final, which will be single-leg this season, and final, the ties have extra time before penalties. Carabao Cup will have no replays this season. The draw for the semi-finals will take place on Wednesday after the Everton v Manchester United game, approximately 9:45 p.m. Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho had his press conference on Tuesday and he came out and said that this is a very difficult competition to win. He said the difference between Championship and Premier League is minimal. The teams are very good, they have very good players and they have very good coaches. So the fact that we are playing Stoke or Newcastle play Brentford does not give us easier matches than the others. It is a difficult competition to win. We need to win 3 matches. Also in the press conference, Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho was talking about the Stoke City away dressing room. He said, I have a video of it, a video made from a colleague that works for another team that recently played against them. It should not be a question for me, it should be a question for the authorities. All of the authorities, football authority and the safety authorities. I'm not going to be the bad guy that is going to make comments about Stoke's away dressing room. Team news for Spurs, Japhet Tanganga and Eric Lamela do remain out and Giovanni Lo Celso is now a doubt for the game against Stoke. Jose Mourinho, when asked what sort of team he would be fielding against the Championship side, Jose Mourinho said, I think a mixture from the ones that are playing more times, others where we don't have great options to make changes and have to keep them. But I will try and give a little bit of rest to 2 or 3. I don't normally put the team news in for the opposition on these match preview videos, but it is worth noting Stoke have an injury crisis right now. Stoke are without 4 goalkeepers and must choose between an inexperienced 19-year-old and a 37-year-old who has not played a league game for almost 2 years. As well as the goalkeeper crisis that Stoke City have right now, they have a whole host of other players out as well, including Wales midfielder Joe Allen and defender Ryan Shawcross. Stoke City manager Michael O'Neill was talking in his press conference all about Spurs and said the following: whatever team that they put out, given the quality of their squad and depth of their squad, it's going to present a huge challenge to us. We can't focus too much on that. It has to be on our game, making life difficult for them. Make an uncomfortable night for them. It would be a much easier thing to do if there were fans in the stadium. Let's get into my predicted lineup and my score prediction. Let's start with the score prediction. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs win with Harry Kane and Gareth Bale to get Tottenham's goals. Fingers crossed. Now let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. Now my predicted lineup here. I'm going to go for Hugo Lloris in goal. I know some people have already said on social media that they're expecting Joe Hart to play, but I feel that this game is hugely important to Tottenham's season. Now, if Tottenham get into the semi-finals, obviously, we could play Brentford, we could play Manchester City, we could play Manchester United, Everton, whoever gets through. It's going to be a very difficult game, whoever it is, but Tottenham are only 2 games away from a final. He has to take this seriously. It has to be a decent team. Even in Jose Mourinho's press conference on Tuesday, he said that he's going to mix it up and give some players a chance. But I think that he has to go with his best 11. I really do. Not necessarily that I'm choosing the best 11. This is the 11 I think that Jose Mourinho is going to go with. But I think that to have the leader on the pitch, to have our captain on the pitch, I think is highly important. So Hugo Lloris, for me, has to play in this game. So let's talk about the back 4 for the game against Stoke. Now, let me just add at this stage that this team lineup that I'm about to name is the lineup that I think that Jose Mourinho will put out, not necessarily the lineup that I would put out, because I've already just said I would be putting out the best possible 11 for this game, because I think this game is hugely important to our season. It's hugely important to all of us Tottenham fans that we start putting trophies in the cabinet, and let's hope that this is the first one that Jose Mourinho wins as Spurs boss. Now, the back 4, I'm going to go for Ben Davies at left back. I'm then going to go for Matt Doherty at right back, who of course will come in for Serge Aurier, who had an absolute howler against Leicester City at the weekend. And then I'm going to go for the centre-back pairing of Toby Alderweireld and Davinson Sanchez. Now, Jose Mourinho has already said that he's going to rest a couple of players that keep playing every game, and I think that one of those players that will be rested will be Eric Dyer. So in midfield, this is what I think that Jose Mourinho will do. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg in the centre, and then Harry Winks. And I'm hoping, I'm praying that Dele Alli gets a chance, because I must say, Dele Alli, when he's come on in these few games that he has, what more could he have done? I think that he's showing a great attitude at the moment, and I'm hoping that Dele Alli is given a chance. I know some people who comment on these videos saying, Dele Alli's lost it, get him out of the club, blah, blah, blah. For me, I'm a big Dele Alli fan, and I just hope that he turns it around, and I hope that, he gets back into the starting 11, certainly in Premier League football for Spurs. The front three, I'm going to go for Steven Bergwijn. It would be great to see him back. Of course, got a lot of stick online after the Liverpool game. Of course, missed those glorious chances, but let's hope that he can come back in and perhaps grab an assist or a goal. And then Harry Kane, Jose Mourinho surely has to put Harry Kane in, as our main man, and scores lots of goals, etc. And Gareth Bale, I think that he's going to get an opportunity as well, which then leads me, on to the substitute bench would be very, very strong. You'd have the likes of Tanguy Ndombele on there, you'd have Moussa Sissoko, and more importantly, Heung-min Son. What a substitute that would be, if we needed a goal in the last 10, 20, 30 minutes, then Heung-min Son would be the man to come on and grab it. Just a few other match details. Now, the game kicks off at 5:30 p.m. UK time and is live on Sky Sports. You can also listen to the game on BBC 5 Live on the radio as well. Darren England has been appointed as Wednesday night's match referee, assisted by Neil Davis and James Manwaring. And Michael Oliver is the fourth official. Thanks for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do put your score predictions in the comments section below, as well as your predicted lineup as well. How do you think that Jose Mourinho will line up at Stoke on Wednesday evening? Do you think that it is Tottenham's year? Of course, it has been nearly 13 very, very long years without a domestic trophy. Is this Tottenham's year to lift the Carabao Cup? Only 2 wins now to get us to the final and 3 to lift the trophy. Enjoy the game on Wednesday evening. Remember, the trophies are coming. Come on, you Spurs.